All right. So as Morris said, my name's Hamish. I'm born and bred Gisborne. I didn't go to Gisborne Intermediate, but I went to the Enemy Intermediate, Ilminster, represent. But after I left Gisborne, really, I started to get involved in computer programming, and I think Morris was actually a big inspiration for me in starting to explore that avenue. And I think, like, you guys should be thinking about that too. And eventually, I've got to a point where I've founded my own company with another guy, and we've been going for over a year and a half, and like there's some amazing opportunities for you guys out there. And I just wanted to sort of share my experiences and hopefully give you guys some insight into that and maybe inspire you to think about starting your own company. So I founded Hashbang a year and a half ago, and in that time we've taken the company from 2 people and 1 client to about 7 staff now and 6 clients. And what we do is we take an idea and somebody's idea, and then we apply technology to that idea to grow the idea into something that you can actually take to the market and sell to people. So all your iPad apps, all your mobile apps, they all start off as an idea, and we're the people that take those and then transform them into actual tangible products. Do any of you guys have ideas for applications? Do you guys know? Well, I think you should be. I mean, when you're playing around with your iPad and your mobile application, start thinking about like how could I take this and make it better, or if you have an idea, like think about how you could actually transform it into an actual tangible application. Starting a company is a hard road, but I think through all my experiences, I started off as an employee, like working for somebody, and then I went out on my own as like a sole contractor, and then sort of came full circle to owning a development shop, and I can say that it's the most rewarding kind of job that I've ever had. So my goal is to get you guys thinking about this idea, and So my first sort of thing that I wanted to say is use your youth. Like, you guys are young, and you can't get that back. So there is a bit of an experience myth going around, in my opinion. People say that you need like 10 years of experience to get into entrepreneurship and building your own ideas, and I don't think that's true. I think that you guys, as you get into high school and stuff, and possibly beyond, you should start thinking about, starting your own company, or, thing on the side. Like, if I started off like building websites for my family, family members and stuff like that, and chip away and sort of build it up slowly into the point where it is a living, breathing kind of organism. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it will never come. As you guys get older, you probably don't know now, but you will start to have more commitments, and as you have more commitments, it becomes harder to start your own thing, and then you kind of you lose that chance to start your own company or your own idea. And I'd just say, don't wait for that perfect moment. Just take the plunge. And like, what I found is just taking the plunge, once you're in there and you're exposed to the realities of the industry, you just adapt. Like, I don't know, you guys playing sport, like you just take the plunge, and you get your ass kicked in rugby, but eventually you get good. And the same thing with founding a company. Like, you just go in there and you learn, and hopefully you come out the other end. But I guess the thing is if you're young, it doesn't matter if you fail. Like, if you give it a try when you leave high school, or at high school even, or at university, if you guys go there, or if you don't go to university, that's totally cool as well. Like, you can just start your idea, and if you fail, you'll still be young. Like, you can still go back to working for the man, and you can still get a job anywhere, especially if you get into ICT or computer science, computer programming, any of those kind of things. Fear of failure, don't be afraid to fail. What will people think? Don't be afraid of what people will think. I think some of the hardest things for me have been worrying about what people will think, and starting to make decisions based on other people's perception. And I think just in general, like, you should try and think for yourself, and not let other people influence you into making a certain decision, because in many cases it's the wrong decision for you. But yeah. So why start a company? Other than the obvious, there is financial incentives. Like, you can make heaps of money if that's kind of your goal, but that's not really. I don't think that's really a healthy way to start something. For me, I think it's really about realizing your dreams. Like, if you guys have a dream, and you want to create this awesome workplace, or you want to create this awesome application, or even in a different domain, like if you guys play, you guys have a hobby and you want to make, that better through technology, that may be a dream of yours. And basically you have that power as a founder of a company to realize your dreams. The sum is greater than the individual parts. So I guess when I was by myself working just as a sole contractor, you kind of get to a point where you realize that you can't really be anything more than just yourself. So I think when you start building a team, and you start working on stuff together, you start to realize that you're producing something bigger than you, and that's quite a rewarding thing. Be the change. Like for many people, it's about social incentives, like the environment, and I don't know, just making the world a better place for the future generations. And I know there's a lot of people that do this stuff for social reasons, rather than just financial or economic. You don't know until you try. I think there's no point in just giving up before you've given it a try, because you may find that once you get in there and give it a try, you'll be awesome. Lifestyle of choice, like you can pretty much do whatever you want in terms of lifestyle. You can you can work a few hours a day and live remotely and work remotely from a remote island, or as long as it's got internet, and that's pretty cool. But at the other end of the spectrum, you can work really hard and reap the rewards for that as well. So it's really up to you guys what kind of lifestyle you choose to live, rather than being bound to like a 9-to-5 regime. So getting up in the morning, going to work at 9, coming home at 5. That kind of thing. So getting started, if you want to start a company, it's super easy. Like New Zealand is the easiest company in the world to start a company, apparently. It'll cost you about $150 to register your company, and technically you own a company for $150. I think understanding your vision Like understanding where you want to go, what you want to do is really important up front, and just being in tune with the people that you're doing business, like your friends if you go into business with people, and just being on the same page about where you're heading and what you want to do with the company is really important. And having a huge focus on quality, like for us especially, everything has come out of producing good stuff, like really high quality stuff, and everything is just led on from that quality. And I think sometimes people focus a lot on money, but for us it's been about quality, and I think that's sort of where you should focus your efforts. And just embrace the challenges is the last point. So just get in there and give it a try. And there will be a lot of challenges, some of them hard, some of them easy, but it's all part of it, and it's really rewarding. So yeah. Just also sort of on the getting started stuff. You don't actually have to start a company. Like a company, you can, as I said, you can start slowly. So you can basically start by taking like your ideas and learning to program, or learning, I don't know, how to take some sort of skill in information technology and build your idea into something, even if it's not for money. Like, so for me, when I was young, roughly your age, I played computer games, and I played like RPGs, and I wanted to skill up my characters. So I learned how to program, and I automated my characters all the time, 24/7, and I let the computer do that. But I learned how to take that idea and apply ICT to achieve that. And I think that's really all it is. That's all I'm doing is taking that, but people pay you money to do it, and that's really cool because every single idea is different. And some people will go and work and they'll do the same thing every day, and it's not really that fun. You want to be, trying different things. So yeah, just a bit more on that. It's all about the people. As I got into this, I realized that it's all about the people. Like, it's all about who you work with. So your friends. Maybe your friend of a friend, like you really want to be looking for people that are very talented and diversifying your skills and complementing your skills. So you may be good at skill X, and someone else may be good at talking to people. Like I can't talk to people very well. In terms of like my soft skills, but I have people that can do that, but I'm very good at the technical stuff, and together we form a good team. And we've just gone on to build a greater and greater team as time has gone on, and find people that are better than you. Like, get over your ego. There's always somebody better than you. It doesn't matter what you're doing. So that's that. This is a picture of the team. Some of the team from Wellington taken this morning. A couple girls there. The scene is changing. Girls are getting into this stuff more and more. So girls, don't be afraid to give it a crack. They're actually really better than the guys. So yeah. I guess seize the opportunity. ICT is a great industry to be a part of. It's fast moving, it's exciting. Network. I mean, you guys are young, but things like working with other people and like co-working spaces and meetups, going to meetups and talking to people. That's all really valuable stuff in terms of building a company and building your networks. And just listen and absorb information, but be prepared to make your own decisions. take in everybody's advice, but, don't let that kind of control you. Take that in and then make an informed decision and just move forward. So carve your own path. Yeah, I guess final comments is don't discount entrepreneurship and starting a company and starting your own idea. It's an amazing field, and if you guys have any questions, then I can do that. Does anyone have any questions?
I've got a question. How many times have you had an audience like that?
Never.
Never?
No.
And that was pretty brave of you to do that.
Yeah.
So you've got to sometimes step into the courage zone to get somewhere with it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty cool, and I think we've got someone else over here who's stepping into the courage zone by asking a question. Go for it.
Yo.
Do you like put anything on iTunes or anything like that?
On the iTunes store, the Apple store. And I haven't, no, but I know people that do. I work in a space where there's heaps of different companies all working together, and some of them build applications for Mac and for on the Apple store, and that's like a really good way to make money, because you can make a quick little app and like charge $2 or $3 for it, and so if you want to do that, start to learn to program. Have you ever played around with a programming language before? Yeah. Sheesh. Starting early. Yep.
Do you know the reason the company's called Hashbang?
So this is a hash and this is a bang. So in web, like when you type in like www, like you often see like the hash and then the bang, and in Unix systems it also has some meanings as well. So it's got some connotations there, and that's how we came up with it.
How long does it take to build a standard app?
A standard app? I can build one right now if you want. Take me 2 seconds. So everybody starts off with Hello World. That's like the standard kind of application. So that is technically an application. So I could build it in 1 second, but I have built applications that have taken over a year to build, sometimes a year and a half, sometimes a month. So it depends, like it can be massive, and some applications never stop being built. So something, like Facebook, for example, they'll never stop innovating, they'll never stop building that. So it can be as little or as long as you want it to be. So I was working for people as a contractor, so it's a little hard to explain, but it kind of fell into my lap, really, for me. But I don't think that's a good approach to it. I think that you should take an active approach to it. So, as I said, I think maybe, if your mum's friend needs a website, build her the website, and then maybe she'll give you some money for it. And then I think that will lead on into starting a company. Because then that website, they may tell their friends that they want a website, and then they'll come to you, and then it kind of builds organically like that. So, yeah, I think that's probably, if I was your age, that's kind of what I'd be focusing on. Yep.
When you said you built a website, what type of website
Me? Generally, we focus on like product development, so not like really boring websites. We want to build stuff that has like something unique about it, something like interactive, something that has something special about it, or has some kind of logic behind it that makes it something more than just information. So again, just using something like Facebook or like TradeMe, they all have like bits of logic in there, like the bidding system. When you're bidding for an item on TradeMe, like there is stuff behind the scenes working out like who's winning the bid, and like then when the auction is finished, then they send out an email to you to say that congratulations, you've won your auction, and all the people that didn't get it, sorry you didn't, and so we really want to focus on early phase product development, so like people that have an idea and have some money and they want to take that idea and take it to market. But yeah, basically I guess we're focusing on cool applications, not boring ones. Yeah.
Have you made like Facebook, like PC games?
It's more of a hobby for me, making games. Like Matt, actually, who's somewhere around here, at the back, we sort of we played around making a few games and stuff. It's super fun, but it's very hard work, long hours, and not much pay. Like it can be quite hard work for a little reward. But I think a lot of game developers do it for the love of games. They really love games, and like that's all they want to do. So in Wellington, there's a few really big, reputable sort of game development shops, and smaller ones as well, like building games for the iPhone and the iPad. So it's not something to discount if that's if you want to get into that, like when you get older, like building games, or even like drawing art for games. Like you don't have to actually be a programmer, you can just be an artist. Like you could make monsters, or the pictures of the monsters, or so there's different aspects to that. But yeah.
Would you like to play experience to create your own?
No, I don't think so. I think, as I was saying to this girl before, I think it's really just about kind of offering value to somebody. Like, if somebody needs something and you've got the skills to do that, then I think you can really charge for that service. So, like, if you know how to make a website, or if you know how to make a game or you know how to, make something for the App Store or the Play Store on an Android. You don't have to learn that at university. Like I went through university, I got a bachelor's and an honours degree, but in hindsight, I don't think I really truly needed that to do what I'm doing today. So I think you could start as soon as you're legally ready. I don't know when that is, but even at high school, I started really kind of entrepreneurship when I was about 23, 24, but I think I wish I'd started earlier. You look at these guys like Mark Zuckerberg and in the States, like they start at college, like when they're at university, just sort of taking their idea and then transforming it into something real, and that's not really because of university. So I don't think you need it.
Do you have to have a license to like upload and download?
To where?
Like onto the internet?
No. You may need a license to upload to the Apple App Store. So you pay them like $100 for a license to upload your applications to the App Store, which is quite a lot in my opinion, especially if you're just wanting to get apps out to the world, and then they'll take a little slice off all the sales. So if you're selling your app for like $1, they may take 10 cents out of the dollar, something like that. Yep.
If you make a game but you want to like make it into something different, would you need permission?
Yeah, it depends. There's two kind of there's what they call open source, which means that anybody can take the code and it's open to the public and they can change it and make it better, but there's certain rules around that. So you couldn't take the game, improve it and sell it necessarily, but if you wanted to take it and improve it like for your own reasons, then you could do that. But then there's some people that lock up their software and make it so nobody can get at it, nobody can improve it. Then you couldn't do that, and it really depends. But it's totally possible, yeah.